Today I'm going to use my palette of the week and tell you what I think about it and how I've experienced it over the past week. I'm also going to update you on some of my Project Pan stuff. I sort of do an informal Project Pan where I just know that I'm working on things and trying to finish them up. So I'll let you know about some of that. And I guess it's just going to sort of be like a get ready with me with a little bit of chatting. So now, let me tell you about the palette of the week. It is a throwback, barely. It is the ABH and Aina palette. I have had this for a while. I know that they said it was limited edition, but sometimes I actually see it on sale. I have got some use out of this palette. As you can see, I actually have hit pan on several shades, and it's kind of hard to see, but this is like a complete pan. What is that one? That is sponsored. So I can kind of scrape some more out of it, but I went in on that one. And then I've got pan in Edges, Credit, and Big Wig, and starting to see some dips in some of the other shades. So I definitely use this palette. Maybe this is the shade I use the least. What's that one? Ginger, but actually there's a little bit of dip in there too. So this is the only ABH palette that I have. I used to have most of them, and then I just kind of didn't want them anymore. So I ended up giving them to my cousins or friends, but I definitely wanted to keep this one, and the reason is because this one, all of the shades show up on me, which I can appreciate. So I think today maybe I'll go into Zam. Yeah, let's start with that. I'm gonna tap it off because the shimmers are a bit like prone to fallout. Yeah, I don't really want a bunch of fallout on my face. So one thing that I've been noticing is that more and more beauty content creators are switching up their channels or talking about wanting to switch up their channels from more than beauty or completely out of the beauty circle. And I've been finding that super interesting. I can understand, especially for people who do this as like full-time, or it's, you know, their main source of income, so they're putting out quite a few videos a week or have like amazing editing and stuff like that. I can definitely understand getting a bit tired of it and maybe running out of ideas or just not feeling as inspired. It also gets expensive if you're constantly purchasing whatever the new thing is. Although, probably it's a tax deductible item or purchase for them. Wish it was for me, girl. And so I was thinking about that, and for me, I actually just like beauty content. Because for me, it just allows a bit of an escape. Like, I don't necessarily need to be knowing where you're going and what you're wearing. Like, just put some eyeshadow in your eye and so I can watch it. But the other thing too is that I can't really vlog. Like, I can't vlog my day. It would just, like, I'm a psychologist. I can't be like, look, here, I'm gonna see my next patient. Say hi. Like, it's just not gonna work, you know? Yeah, it's just not gonna work. Although I probably do have some patients, so we'd be like, yeah, let's do it. You know, I can't vlog my day. So if you're looking for that, it's 100% not gonna happen. I just can't. The other thing is, I was like, oh, well, what about the weekend or whatever, right? But I'm like, I don't do nothing on the weekend. All I do is, like, I try to convince myself to do laundry, do grocery shopping, exercise a little bit, and I honestly try to be done as early as possible. Like, I will get up super early to do everything so that I can be done by, like, 10, 11. and then I can rest the rest of the day. So there's really nothing to blog, in my opinion. So I think I will go into edges. Anyway, so I've just found it pretty interesting that folks are sort of like switching things up or wanting to. I've seen so many community posts where people are like, what do you want to see on my channel? And I'm like, exactly what I've been seeing so far. Oh no, y'all. I could just be being a fool. It's possible. I don't feel like I have that much to talk about. I think it's just, especially being in the field that I'm in, unless you all want me to do some continuing education presentations, like, there's nothing to really talk about. I can't tell you nothing. All right, and I'm gonna now go into Credit, which is the deep brown in here. So these are the two mattes that I use the most, as you can see, but I also get a lot of use out of that purple. I find it really nice to see that you have been using a palette, you know, like you're actually getting some pan or just some dips in the shades, because it just shows like it's not just sitting there. Okay, I am back and I'm gonna move on to the rest of my face. I'm going to start with primer. Here is my Milk Hydro Grip, and y'all, look at that. Like, I'm about to be done with it and I'm excited. Like, I feel like I've been using it forever. And I've said before on other videos, it's actually getting difficult to come out, I am not going to repurchase this. Definitely not right away. Maybe not at all. I like it fine, but I've definitely found that there are other primers that I just like a little bit more. I saw the info for the Ulta Beauty 21 Days of Beauty coming up. Usually I am so pumped for it. Like, I get my calendar, I write things down. I'm like, okay, let me put a reminder so I can remember to pick this up on this day. When Clarisonic was in business, that's when I would always get my replacement brush heads. You could always count on getting like ABH brow pencils. This is not an ABH one. This is from Revolution Pro. You could always count on getting those on sale. The Derma Blend powder was like always on sale. But I was looking at it this time and I was like, okay, I want nothing. There's nothing I want on here. The only thing I saw, I think it's September 8th, they are going to have the, what is it called? The Benefit, one of the brow pencils. I think Precisely My Brow. I want to say that that's going to be on sale. So that I will purchase, because I've been waiting to purchase the full size as I've been using my minis. But other than that, like, I didn't see anything that really caught my eye. Okay, so I showed you my primer. Now I need to decide what foundation to use today. I am making such amazing progress on this Nars Naturally Radiant. This is in the shade New Caledonia. I also have it in the shade Manaz. So I think I'm just gonna go in with a Naturally Radiant. Let's be Naturally Radiant today. So this is in the shade New Caledonia. Shaking it up, and I'm putting it on a little palette, and I'm taking the Stands Out sponge. I've been really enjoying this. Ooh, my stomach just growled, y'all. I never know, like, do I eat first, then get ready? Do I get ready, then eat? luckily, like, my clients know me, so sometimes I'm like, hold on real quick, let me just go grab this cup of coffee, okay? Do you need to go get yours? So, yeah. I have been using the Marc Jacobs Accomplice concealer. I mean, my first love is Shape Tape, and then I've also been liking the Marc Jacobs Extra Shot concealer. But Tracy, she's always giving me good product advice, loves this, and I started using it. I was like, hey, I kind of like this. Very creamy, and this is in the shade Deep 50, so I use this just to do a bit under my eyes, and it's not like super duper light. It's just, I would say, like a couple shades lighter than my face. So I do that, and then I also take the shade Tan 46, and I actually use that just a little bit higher to combat any darkness that I might have going on closer to the inner corner. So I'm going to let that sit for a moment. You know, do you put your makeup back in its rightful place when you're using it, or do you just like leave everything out? I was thinking about that because it seems like cooking, right? Like some people cook and everything's everywhere, but some people cook and put stuff back. Child, I cooked less during the pandemic, which makes no sense. Oh no, this has been an adjustment. Let me know, are you cooking more or less? I will hazard a chance that most people are cooking more than they were before. Not me. And I think that's because I might be working more, which I didn't even know was possible, y'all. I work too much. I've really got to chill out. I've got to slow down because I'm tired. And I think I've mentioned before that I am a psychologist that works with a lot of trauma, and that stuff can burn you out. And so I'm really trying to be more mindful of, you know, not overworking myself, which is my tendency. Like, it's bad. Like, I'm not an advocate for it at all. I did not really understand it until I got sick, passed out in my office, had to be wheeled out on a stretcher, went to the ER, and as I was being wheeled out, I was like, can somebody check on my clients? Like a full-on, girl, chill out and go to the ER. So that was my lesson that I learned a couple of years ago, and it is what prompted me actually to leave the agency I was at and go into private practice because, yeah. I was at a university counseling center, and if you don't know, child, that's the place where you will be overworked and underpaid. And since I just got a lovely email from the U.S. Department of Education reminding me to get ready for your student loan payments to resume in, you know, after January 31st. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm just real upset about it. Cancel student loan debt. So the other thing that I want to update you on in terms of using up is my Milani cream blush in the shade Nude Kiss. Like, yeah, it's, well, first of all, this broke off. It's like done. Like, have you ever seen that? How did I do that? I'm amazing, okay? So this is my favorite cream blush brand. Yeah, and I'm not going to repurchase this one just yet, and that is only because I have other ones. Like, I have this one that is called Coral Crush, so I have other ones to work through. If I had been like a smart consumer and only gotten one, then I would definitely repurchase this. I love it. But I'm also feeling like I'm going back to my powder blushes, which is what I prefer overall. I've been on the cream blush train for a bit now, but I still like my matte look. Now I am going in with, oh, here it is. Going in with the newest brush to my collection, which is the Sonia G Designer Pro. I'm using that to go in with my Pat McGrath under eye setting powder. At the start of the, I adopted rosé at the start of the pandemic. Like, so many things, so many big changes happened, and then I had to stay in the house. And so she was with a foster family, and literally, like, first of all, I've never had a cat. I've always had dogs with my family. I won't even go into that. No, I didn't know a lot of black people who had cats, okay? I just didn't. I grew up in South Central LA. We had dogs in the backyard. So I saw Rosé. I was going on the little, like, adopt a pet thing in my area, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Literally, that's how I chose her. And the description of her, it was like, she is sweet and sassy and very food motivated, and she likes to be like the only animal in the house. And I was like, this is literally me in feline form. I kid you not. Like, everybody I've dated has called me sweet and sassy. I kid you not. I'm like, I don't know why you think that, but I like food. And I'm a Leo. Of course, I want to be the only cat in the house, you know? So I was like, okay, I'm going to get her. So I immediately emailed the people and, like, started purchasing all the cat things. And I was reading online, people were like, they're not gonna like that, like, just give them a box and they're gonna be good. But I'm like, no, my cat's gonna be different. She gonna like all this stuff. So yeah, I bought a bunch of stuff. I got her a cat tree, and because I was like, she's mine. What? Her name was Connie. I was like, no, you're not a Connie, you're a Rosé with the accent mark. So I was communicating with the people, the foster parents, and I was just like, give me my cat. Why do you have her? Give it to me. So I went with my friend because I was like, I don't know these people, girl. Like, somebody come with me. You can't be too careful in this world. Also, full disclosure, I saw, like, the area that they lived in, and it's very not diverse. And my first name kind of gives away that I'm of a particular shade, my full first name. And so I was like, friend, come with me. I want to be as, which is sad that I even think about this, but I want to be as non-threatening as possible, like, but somebody else got to go with me. So we get there, you know, and I'm thinking my cat, because she's mine, is just gonna be like, hey girl, let's go home. No, she wasn't. Honey, when I tell you, this cat, she was like, I don't know you. I don't know you like that. I don't know what you think you doing here. I'm not going with you. I had bought this real cute carrier, which that was literally the last time I used it. It was more cute than anything else. But I'm like, you know, it's like, it was almost like a little purse. It had a little cat on the front. It was super cute. So, you know, we're sitting there having conversation, and Miss Rosé, well, Miss Connie was like, I don't know who you are. I'm not trying to fool with you. I'm not trying to be around you. I'm sitting on the floor. I'm trying to be non-threatening. She was not coming by me. She wasn't coming by my friend. And I'm looking at my friend and I'm like, girl, this cat is racist. She racist. She not trying to come over next to any of us black people. So I was for sure that she wasn't coming home with me. I was like, man, I was like starting to get real sad. Like, she don't want to go. She don't want to come with me. She don't even like black people. She ain't never seen us before. So we were there for a while. And then, you know, I'm on the floor in these people's house. I'm like laying down, trying to like talk to her. I'm like, hey girl, you know, what's going on, girl? And finally she kind of seemed to come chill with me, sniff me out a little bit. I gave her some like treats, and that's how you get her. That's how Rose would throw me under the bus for a treat. So finally they're like, okay, you know, things seem good, give us our money for the adoption fee and here you go. And like I've never handled a cat. I know about dogs, right? And I know about dogs who live outside in the backyard because it's like sunny California where I'm from. But in other places, I didn't realize animals be in your house. Anyway, I'm not gonna go it. Anyway, so it took 4 of us to get little Miss Rose in my little handbag thing. I swear it's a cat carry, but it looked like a handbag. Took 4 of us to get her in there. This cat was crying the whole way home. She pooped in the carrier because I was like, what is that? What is that smell? Had to roll down the windows, and I was getting so irritated. I was like, I know you're not doing this, girl. I thought we were like meant to be. So got her home. I had been talking with everybody, every cat owner I knew, the adoption agency, like, tell me what I need to get. I bought everything. Okay. So I had her little what's that thing called? What's that thing they poop in? The girl, what's it called? Litter box. Had the litter box set up for her in her own little space. I like read everything. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put it in this nice little cool space. She has a little mat she can wipe her feet on. She can be all by herself. She can close the door if she wants to. So I dropped my friend home. She lives literally 7 minutes from me. I opened the little handbag carrier downstairs by her litter box, and she just like shot in, like ran behind something. And so then my other friend was coming over because she's like the cat whisperer, and she's a white woman. And I was like, girl, you gotta come talk to this cat because I don't think she liked me because I'm black. And so, you know, she went down there, and my friend was like, just leave her, like she'll come out, just leave her alone. And I'm like, okay. So we sit down there for a while, and then we come upstairs, like the living room, and we're sitting, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? This cat don't like me. And then she comes out like a little bit, you know, because she knew we were talking about her, because Rose is nosy. And I was like, your name is Rose, not Connie. And since that day, like, she has been my shadow. I should have named her Shadow because that's really what it is. But she is so used to me working from home. Like, I'm concerned about how she's gonna be when I'm not working from home. So of course, I got a little like pet camera thing that disperses treats. And I can do it from anywhere. I can be like, hey Rose, hey girl, I'm looking at you, here goes some treats. And when I tell you this cat is food motivated, they were not lying. And she is sweet and sassy. She be real, like she's like those Sour Patch Kids. She be real nice to you, or she's real like mean to you and like messing with you and won't leave you alone. And then all of a sudden she's like real cute. I'm like, oh, I get it. Is this why they used to say that about me? Anyway, what am I talking about? I just used bronzer. I'm gonna put on some blush. I'm gonna put on some powder blush because I don't know if I feel like dealing with cream right now. So I'm gonna use the Pat McGrath Divine Blush in Paradise Venus. Wow, it looks so bright on camera. Jeez. And let me grab a brush. So yeah, you know, we figured out that She probably just hadn't seen people of a certain color ever in her life. So she had to get used to it. But I swear we all agreed. We all agreed. We all agreed. She is like, I don't know. Oh God, that was funny. Ooh, but I was like so mad. I was like, this is what I get. This is what I get. I'm adopting a racist cat. Okay, so remember I said I work too much? Okay, so I'm in my own private practice and I see a lot of trauma. Like, that's just like in the field, people know that's my thing, right? Okay, so I work too much. So I decided I'm gonna hire some therapists. Now, they do not teach you how to do this in grad school. So if you have questions about that, let me know. But I interviewed 2 people this week and it went well, I think. And so last night I sent them emails like, welcome aboard. Like, I would love for you to join me. Like, just give me your liability insurance, please. And I'll send you the contract and we'll go ahead and get started. And one of them just emailed me back and is like, it is a resounding yes. I would love to work with you. And I'm like, yeah! Yes! I'm so excited. Oh my God. Oh, so I'm really excited to like, okay, I feel like such a nerd. I'm sorry. No, but like, I'm really excited to kind of like help someone build their practice. I don't know, I really like that stuff. Like, yes, this is what you do, you know, this is how you do things, because they really don't teach you in graduate school how to, like, they don't teach you the business of psychology. They teach you how to therapize people. And I was well equipped to work at a counseling center, but going out on your own, it's a whole other story. So I appreciate that. Oh my God, I'm so excited and so thankful. And okay, there's so much to do though. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for listening to me blabber on, and I will see you next time. Oh wait, girl, wait, I like the Jackie Aina palette. Where's that? I don't know where. Oh, I like it. So if you have it, yes. I don't know, child. Bye.